Hi everyone, I'm Jeanette Larsen with Growth Unlimited, and I'm so happy to be back with you tonight. It's been almost a month since our last video, and I wanted to get back in touch with everybody and let you know what's been going on. As some of you were aware, I made the decision that I needed to move from California earlier than I planned on. Originally, I had planned on leaving California for what I thought would be the Dallas, Texas area sometime about the end of March of this year. However, at the end of October, things got really, really bad in California. The next wave of the pandemic began, and restrictions started being imposed that were totally and completely unlivable. By Thanksgiving, things were such that freedom of movement was being restricted to the point that I could not do the work that I do. And it was getting worse from there. By the beginning of December, restrictions for people coming into the state had been put into place, and there were noises being made by our political leaders in California to restrict the movement of people in California, forcing them to stay within the borders of California. That was the thing that kind of broke the camel's back for me. I did not know if that happened, how long it was going to last. And given the fact that we had had repeated instances where our elected leaders demonstrated that they really weren't that interested in the processes of what was necessary for the people in the state, they were interested only in their own political gain, I was not willing to deal with that. And so, as a result, I made the decision to accelerate things drastically. And I left my home in California on December 18th. Now, it took me a couple of weeks to get out of California because of other situations that cropped up. But I was on the move at that point in time. And because I was on the move, I wasn't able to continue my regular schedule of videos on this YouTube channel. But it's been bothering me because I know that there are some of you who have followed the channel that really look forward to seeing the videos on a regular basis. And so I have been working hard to put things together so that I could get back on schedule. And here I am. Anyway, this video is to explain to everyone what has happened and how I made the decision that I made, and what it looks like the ramifications for that decision are going to be. Now, as you can see, I am definitely not in a traditional home any longer because the move was so fast. I didn't have time to locate a permanent place to live in the Dallas, Texas area. And so I'm speaking to you tonight from Plano, Texas, where I am in residence in a hotel on a temporary basis until I can find a good place, a congenial place for me to live. And it's exciting. There are lots of things that are occurring, that are changing, things that were pretty much at a standstill in terms of the growth of Growth Unlimited in California have suddenly taken a new turn. And we're going to be talking a little bit in this video about some of the things that are coming up for Growth Unlimited and some of the changes that we're instituting that I think are going to provide better services to the people who are interested in growing. And I'm excited about all those things. Transition is always hard, and there are choices that I have made that I sometimes wish I hadn't made, but not to the extent that I'm sorry I made them. I'm just sorry that it was a situation where I felt forced to make them more quickly than I wanted to make them. And but that being what it is, you know, things are the way they are. And even though things are not perfect in terms of the way I'm living right now, it's still a lot better than the situation I was facing while I lived in California. You know, Texas is a wonderful state, and the people are great. I am making friends and meeting new people every single day, and I love the open-armed welcome that I'm receiving from all these wonderful Texans. Uh, Things are looking bright. Things are moving forward. And I wanted to let everyone know that I am still kicking and am still alive. And I wanted to go over some of the reasons why I decided I had to make the decision to leave. When I went to California over 15 years ago, I planned to spend the rest of my life there. California had always been kind of a dream place to live. The Golden State with the lovely beaches and all the things that and promises that California had. But when I got there, I discovered that just like everywhere else in the world, there are bumps and jolts there as well. And over the last 15 years, I have discovered that living as a Californian, although it's a wonderful place to live, and there are wonderful people in California, just was really not matching what I believed and how I wanted to live. I think most importantly, the thing that's important to me that was the final straw that broke the camel's back in terms of my making the decision to leave California was the loss of one of the things that I hold the very most dear in my life. I value my freedom. I value the right that I have as an American citizen to determine the way I want to live. And I just found too many restrictions and too many issues coming up in terms of being able to live the way I wanted to live. And they were occurring even before COVID-19 occurred. COVID-19 just kind of iced the cake and made things happen so that it became so untenable that it was not something I was willing to do any longer. It's really interesting because in marketing, there's a philosophy. A good marketer, someone who is successful in marketing a service or marketing a product, is always looking for what is called the pain point that the customer might have. Because the secret behind sales is not forcing somebody to purchase your product or your service. The secret behind sales is finding a need with a customer and filling that need. And that need is tied to the customer's what they call pain point, which is basically something that is just so uncomfortable and so unlivable that the customer is willing to do what they need to do to change it. And that's what happened with me. My pain point when I first went to California and ran into some of the situations that I didn't like wasn't that big a deal. At that point in time, I was in a position where I was still pretty enamored with being in California with the lovely weather, the beautiful scenery, the lovely people. And I was willing to let those things slide. And gradually, unbeknownst to me, because I wasn't aware it was happening, the things that I let slide got more and more untenable. And it reached a point where there were things that I couldn't just let slide, that I couldn't close my eyes about and pretend that they didn't exist or that it wasn't that important. Because when it got down to my core values and my core desires being compromised, I reached a point where it just wasn't worth it to me to continue living in that manner. And that's when I made the choice to leave. I think all of us need to be able to deal with that. And we're going to be talking about this because Growth Unlimited is going to be taking a new direction in the way we're focusing on things. In the past, the videos that I've done and the services that we've offered have been focused on helping people take control of their lives. And we have been working carefully on making those things happen with people to help them have the kinds of lives they want to have. But one of the things that I have discovered is that I'm not the only one that had a tendency to let things slide. It wasn't until things became uncomfortable enough for me that I wasn't willing to let things slide again that I decided I was willing to do anything about it. What I found working with people in Growth Unlimited is that most people are like that. And most people, although they say to me, yes, I don't like this and I want it changed, just simply are not willing to make the effort or take the risk necessary to make the changes that they say they want to have. In the future, Growth Unlimited is going to be focusing more on the people who do want to make those changes, but need to have the skills to be able to do it. And we're going to be focusing more directly on helping people gain those skills if they're willing to make the commitment and do the work necessary to make it happen. Because ultimately, no one here at Growth Unlimited can change your life for you. That is something you need to do yourself. We do have the experts that are available to help you make the difference in your life, but you need to make the commitment and be willing to do the work to make it happen. And we're going to be focusing on programs that are designed to help people do just that. Now, one of the other things that's going to be happening with Growth Unlimited, we are in the process now of finalizing a new rate and fee structure. It's going to be very, very, very beneficial for people to engage with Growth Unlimited because the services that we are offering are going to be offered on the basis of a price range that most people are going to be, well, I don't think there's anybody who really wants to make a change in their life that won't be able to afford it. And we're going to be doing that with a special seminar coming up to let people know just exactly how they can change their lives and how they can make it happen for them. I am going to put a link to a special offer below this video, and I invite you to join our mailing list so that you can be aware of when that seminar comes up. It's going to be free, and you're going to be able to find out just exactly what you can do to change your life so that you can take control of your life and have the kind of future that you deserve and want. No more do you have to be victim to a politician or to anyone else in your life who is telling you how you have to run your life. There are ways you can do it, and we are going to show you how. So click on the link below, sign up for the newsletter so that we can let you know what's going on, and share this video with your friends if you found it useful. I'd love to help people have control of their life so that they can be as happy as I'm feeling tonight. Thanks for watching. If you found the video helpful, please subscribe if you haven't done so already, and be sure to click on the little bell so you're notified of new videos as they come out. Also, share it with your friends, and let me know in the comments below just exactly what it is that you want to do to change your life. Because one of the things that's going to be happening is we're going to be developing new programming and new training to help you achieve the skills that you're looking for. Thanks again for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye now.